while also offering up some of that desperate time.
We just need the guys to just give it all they got, man. Remember, they still love the game of football. They wanted it all one day playing the NFL. I need them to play like that tonight.
Thank you, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Chris with Wade Phillips.
Thanks, Cole. Coach, Brandon Silver's unable to play last week with an injury. What's the plan at quarterback today?
Yeah, Brandon's playing. He's ready to go this week. We'll still use Cole in situations like we have all year, but Brandon's healthy and ready to go, and we're glad we have both of them.
Good news. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Tom?
Wade Phillips on one side, Hines Ward on the other. It's Houston and San Antonio. Silvers knows this offense well, and Houston will start with the football. You haven't watched yet this season. XFL kickoffs looks just a little bit different. Kicker standing by his lonesome back in the 30-yard line. Coverage team at the far 35 and the receiving team just 5 yards away. John Parker Romo will kick it off. The Houston team that's favored by 6.5 points in this game. They started the season 4-0, but they've lost 3 straight. And week 8 underway from San Antonio. Dejon Lee, a solid return and a spin, but he gets stood up at the 29-yard line. So you heard Chris ask about Cole McDonald and Brandon Silvers. McDonald, a run first guy, started last week, and now it's Silvers, who was starter the first 4 games. They were 4-0. Last 2 games, well, a lot less efficient.
He has great feel for the offense and has played a lot of football at the professional level. He's been around it. He understands it. And his ability to process is what separates him from Cole McDonald. He's also a lot more consistent with his accuracy, so it's big for the Roughnecks to have him back under center.
He'll throw on first down, pulled it back, and then was able to find Deontay Burnett. And it's a pickup of 5 on first down. A.J. Smith is the offensive coordinator. Pardon me, said he was out of bounds and incomplete before he secured it. This is going to be a pass-first offense.
It is. That's really who they are. As you can see, Delonte Scott, however, number 45 for San Antonio, their best defensive player, limping off after the first defensive snap.
San Antonio's defense has been its strength. They lead the league in points per game allowed. Silvers to the slant, and that's incomplete. Trying to find Bryson Allen.
A little off the mark from Silvers. He's been nursing a throwing arm injury. Some have said it's an elbow, some have said it's a tricep. Either way, hasn't had a ton of repetitions, being limited at times in practice this whole week.
3rd and 10 for Wade Phillips offense. Four-man rush. Silvers delivers it on time, and that's good for a first down to Justin Smith.
Nice timing here on the curl flat. You see man coverage. You know you have to put it right on the receiver's body. It's pretty good coverage there defensively from Ryan Lewis, but the accuracy from Silvers on display there for the first down conversion.
These same teams met in week 3, a Houston win in Houston. Offensive coordinator A.J. Smith says we want to get back to that same plan of attack.
Trips left up, red F option dog. Now last time the corner trapped the hitch, so Z take an outside release. Brandon be looking for that trap corner, and then down the baby on the F.
Hey, red F option on one, right?
It's a lot of instruction.
And he's talking about this corner up here to the top with his eyes inside. But right here, it looks like man coverage for San Antonio.
2nd down incomplete, and a really slow start for Silvers. Just 2 for 5.
No. Go turbo, turbo, turbo. Trips left, purple. Turbo, turbo, trips left, purple. Go, go, go. Line up.
Trips left, purple, ready.
When you hear purple, there's no offensive play called here. They're going to get up to the line of scrimmage and diagnose the defense. And right here, it's looking like 2-man from San Antonio.
Got San Antonio to jump. Silvers will get taken down. It'll turn into a free play as Mike Scott jumped off sides with the hard cadence.
Offside number 44. Let's enforce neutral zone at the snap.
Offside. 44, the defense was in the neutral zone at the snap. This is a 5-yard penalty. It's still 3rd down.
And when they call purple, and if there's a defender that jumps in the neutral zone, the center will automatically snap it, which means the quarterback has to get the ball out immediately, or it's going to result in a sack, as Silvers now gives way to last week's starter, Cole McDonald, who's been in the game an awful lot this whole season on 3rd and short situations because he's more of a run threat at the quarterback spot.
1 touchdown and 1 pick last week against St. Louis. Max Borghi gets a handoff. He's got enough for the 1st down. And another 3rd down conversion for this Houston team. First run of the game for the Roughnecks. Silvers back in.
Hey, red F adjust. On, ready? Go.
Down the sideline, Borghi with an over the shoulder grab. It's a pickup of 20. And they're going to try to go fast.
And this is great recognition here, and really nice job, too, by Deontay Burnett, who gets the little bit of a pick or a rub, whatever we want to say right there on the guy trying to cover Borghi, and he has a big play.
Silvers takes it himself and is only able to gain a yard.
Trio right, Reno. Reno check, Reno check.
Brandon Silvers ran a version of this offense at Troy. Kind of a hybrid run and shoot air raid.
Easy. Hey, black. Go.
And that one's complete again for 4. First catch for Travell Harris out of Washington State.
And a big hit delivered that time by number 15, Jordan Williams, who at the 2nd level for San Antonio does an amazing job. One of the most productive defenders in the entire league, all over the field. They can heat up the quarterback, too, with great speed.
Up next, have already converted a pair of 3rd downs. Play clock at 2. Here comes the pressure. Silvers gets away, sidearms for a 1st down and more. Harris gets finally punched out inside the 5. Another huge 3rd down conversion.
A really nice job here, stepping up by Brandon Silvers. You see the wide rush around the right-hand side. He steps up, keeps his eyes downfield. Harris uncovered, excuse me. He makes the accurate throw for nice run after catch as well. Just a great job of Silvers moving up in the pocket and continuing to keep his eyes downfield.
San Antonio, one of the best quarterback pressure teams in the league. Hines Ward wants to use the timeout here. He wants to challenge.
Hands to the face.
You want to tackle?
Yes.
Hands to the face.
Yes.
By which tackle? Left tackle or right tackle?
Right tackle. 79.
79 right tackle.
And you hear
I got a good look.
every coach has one challenge in the XFL. You can challenge anything. You can challenge penalties. You can challenge no calls.
Frank, he's challenging hands to the face, right tackle 79, correct?
San Antonio is challenging hands to the San Antonio is challenging hands to the face.
So I'm starting with my card. Again, there's a rip, there's a quick hand to the face. I don't see anything prolonged. Go to that end zone shot.
He's looking at it.
James Moore is the right tackle. Mike Scott the rusher.
End zone shot shows me pretty much the same.
His left hand is on his head.
He's looking at his left hand on the back of the helmet too. Hines is.
Left hand on the back wall.
His hands in his
Isn't a
face.
foul. It's the right hand. I don't see anything prolonged. He doesn't pin the head back. Frank, after review, there's no foul for hands to the face. There's no prolonged action. There's no forcible blow, and he doesn't pin the head back. So the ruling on the field is no mask. There's no breath.
Nope. After review, there is no foul for hands to the face by Houston. San Antonio has lost their ability to challenge for the remainder of the game, and they are charged their first time out.
And it's rare that the coaches, this is by far the earliest I've seen a challenge used in the 7 weeks and change already. As you can see on the right side, the hand is up close to the face mask, and it can be engaged, but doesn't feel like it's prolonged. And you heard Dean explain exactly what boxes need to be checked for that hands to the face to be called. Didn't feel like there was enough there. And as a result, the play will stand.
Hines has been red hot with his challenges all season. Much better than the average in the league. Borgie, the running back, first and goal for Houston. 11th play of the opening drive. Borgie trying to find some space. It's taken down after a gain of a couple. Jack Kerner, the safety from Iowa, came in to make the stop.
Regular, strong left, nasty, H-orbit, Bronco stare, Z glance. Strong left, nasty, H-orbit, Bronco stare, Z glance.
H-orbit, Bronco stare. Oh, ready.
I'm really only focused on the word nasty.
That means it's a tighter alignment. So nasty, that X to the top, or technically the backside receiver, he's in a tight alignment. Orbit means the receiver's going around him.
The throw. Caught! Touchdown, Houston. Deontay Burnett. Nasty leads to 6. And now in the XFL, they can choose what they want to do from a point after perspective. There is no kicking here.
Good start.
Good start indeed. Cashing in on a 12-play drive.
Y on. Same Broncos. Oh, ready.
They are 0 for 7 going for 1 this season. You see the options available. Borgie trying to dance to the outside. He gets submarined at the 8-yard line by Luke Barku. The opening drive, nasty, and that's how they ended it.
Not nasty if you are a Houston Roughnecks fan. Great play action fake in the middle. You find the glance right around it for a nice opening drive touchdown as Houston's on the board.
There it is. There it is. Touchdown.
Is brought to you by Progressive. The right call to protect your home and car. From the Brahmas out in the field to the San Antonio Brahmas in the Alamo Dome. That's 79 Cattle Company, located just outside of San Antonio. And in the business since the early 1920s. Those are not Brahma bulls, but cows nonetheless.
The same family, I suppose, but slightly different.
Slightly different. As different as a steak and a milkshake. Austin Jones, who just signed this week, he'll handle the kicking duties for Houston. Fred Brown back to receive for San Antonio. Brown, full head of steam. Nice little duck. Takes it out to the 26. We have a flag on the play. On the near side.
Flag on the ground. Yes, it's okay.
Who's the foul on?
Kicking kick. Left
Smooth.
You have number?
See if Coach Ward wants to tack it on. He wants to re-kick. He wants to re-kick.
All right, let's tee it up again.
Illegal motion. Multiple players on the kicking team leaving early. This 5-yard penalty will be assessed from the previous spot. You will kick again.
Gonna give him a mulligan.
And of course, you cannot move if you're the kicking or the return team until the ball is caught. And understandable here that with an offense that has at times had their fair share of difficulties, San Antonio opting for the re-kick because just a week ago, Fred Brown took one to the house, the first kick return ever recorded in the XFL.
So Brown sneaking up towards his 10-yard line. It's going to be a short one. Takes it at about the 18. Couldn't find the first hole and gets bounced backwards. Brandon Silvers led Houston to an opening score. Here he is with Chris Budden.
Well, you miss a week, you get right back into rhythm. What was working on that drive?
Yeah, a couple, passes I got to complete. But, it's good to be back out there with the guys.
How you feeling after the injury?
I feel good. I felt good all week. Told Coach Wade I was good to go, and, he gave me the thumbs up. So, I'm out here trying to sling it around a little bit.
Awesome, I appreciate it.
Awesome, thank you.
Back from a grade 2 tricep strain. Meanwhile, 4 different quarterbacks have started this season for San Antonio through 7 games. It's back to Jack Cohn at quarterback. Former Wisconsin and Notre Dame standout, and his first pass is complete as he works it in to Landon Akers. So here's the background for Jack Cohn. Made his mark in the Midwest, helped Wisconsin the Big Ten championship game, and they ended the season in the Rose Bowl in 2019 before transferring to Notre Dame, and he came out slinging and set a Notre Dame record in the Fiesta Bowl for passing yards. Eventually signed with the Colts as an undrafted free agent. Jaquez Patrick with his first carry.
Jack Cohn is a very cerebral player. Great understanding of the offense, great understanding of down and distance and situational football. Does not have a huge arm, but is accurate when his feet are set. The problem with San Antonio this year, regardless of who's been at quarterback, the protection has been leaky. So he's going to have to make quick decisions today, get the ball out of his hands against a team that's the best in the XFL rushing the quarterback.
On 3rd and short, Patrick again. That's a first down. And he finished along his shoulder to pick up 8. Only 20 yards last week for Patrick in the loss to Las Vegas.
A nice cut back there from Patrick, a guy that was the understudy at Florida State for a very long time. As you can see, Wade Phillips seeing that backside collapse and give up that 3rd down conversion.
Cohn working it to Patrick, able to thread the needle for a first down. And coming out of Florida State, some big moment experience for Patrick.
Absolutely, and he was really the change of pace back there at Florida State. Didn't get as many opportunities because Dalvin Cook was the guy in front of him. Doesn't mean he didn't have talent. He's really good. Straight line, he's 240 pounds. He can get downhill. Proving, though, in the XFL, he can be a factor in the passing game as well.
Cohn steps up, lets it go deep. And a collision, but no flag, incomplete. Trying to work it downfield to TJ Vasher, who's been one of their key weapons over an inconsistent offensive season.
Vasher has great length. Problem with him is whoever the quarterback's been, and we've referenced it, there have been plenty. They haven't really given him an opportunity to use his length. He's 6'6", and there have been way too many long foul balls. And another one right there, even though Cohn had to get rid of it because pressure was coming off the left-hand side.
Been a busy quarterback room for San Antonio. Cohn started the season. Juwan Pass started last week against Las Vegas. In between, there's Kurt Bankert and Reed Sinnott. Bankert suffered 3 fractured ribs last week. Was able to finish the game, but they weren't positive that he'd be able to go and be effective this week.
And they added Paxton Lynch this week, too, former first-rounder, most recently having played with the Orlando Guardians. So quarterback has been very up and down for San Antonio.
Shift in the pocket, and that's complete for a first down to the 20-yard line. Landon Akers had a big game last week against Vegas with 75 yards on 6 grabs.
A nice job here by Cohn, sliding in the pocket, buying just a little bit more time to allow Akers to run the over route. He squeezes it in between 2 defenders and picks up another big play. It's been a really nice start for San Antonio offensively.
8th play of the opening drive. Patrick again. They've shuffled offensive coordinators. Jimmy Johnson is the play caller.
Let's go nickel 13. Nickel 13. Somebody get Nick. Nickel 13. Left hash. Let's go toy right, F back. Bad Twix, F gum.
Hey, bad Twix, F gum. Bad Twix, F gum on Vegas. Ready?
I've never had a bad Twix.
They've gone Twix in the past. It's been a little bit of a screen, so let's see if they run that screen to the left.
Go around, go around.
There you go. Now you should have a screen to the left. Should be good against pressure.
Patrick sneaks out. Good hands. Got through the first. Got through the second. Jaquez Patrick. Touchdown, San Antonio. Jack Cohn back in action, didn't play the last 2 games, and Patrick doing the heavy lifting on this finish.
Really close. They're looking at it. Great call. Pressure off the left-hand side.
Push the clock.
A.J. Hendy applying that pressure and just had the screen right into the face of that pressure as Dean Blandino will take a look to make sure that Patrick crossed the plane.
2 angles together.
At that half-yard line. It will be first down and goal.
Let's see,
Dean's already done with it. He's
very quick
right there.
As you can see where the ball is, where the foot is out. And they stitch those 2 looks together. As Dean makes a quick adjustment, and it'll be first and goal for San Antonio. But don't take this for granted. They had 4 opportunities against these Roughnecks a few weeks back. First and goal. And they were stopped, which ultimately led to them losing the game.
John Hillman in at running back. Hillman hit as soon as he got it. All right, so you referenced the goal line stop by Houston a few weeks ago. Does that change the way Jimmy Johnson thinks about this, or at least Hines Ward think we can't get stopped at the 2 again?
Absolutely, and they're going to. Juwan Pass now coming into the game at quarterback as Jack Cohn is coming off. He gives you more of a mobile option, so especially on the left hash, I would roll the quarterback to the right. Meaning I can give you a run-pass option, get quarterback-run game involved in this part of the field so you can pick up that extra blocker with the running back out in front.
Pass keeps it, and he gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a Houston team which leads the league in sacks, 4th in tackles for loss.
It's just extremely well played by Houston on the left-hand side. Really nicely done there by Rivers, number 47, who really blew up that pulling guard.
Cohn back in a quarterback.
Got to assume this is going to be a throw, which I would love to have seen on second down, but they're going to have to call timeout either way. The play clock's low.
You think they're playing man in that situation?
It's a must-win game for San Antonio.
Hey, did you see him doubling back?
Hines Ward using a timeout here with the play clock.
We either got we got that, or we got Satan Goat. Which one do you think? Satan Goat or? Huh?
Let's go nickel.
And you wonder here is probably telling his FC 4 down territory.
Right, yeah, trips right beta. Let's go 74 Satan Goat. Trips right beta. 74 Satan Goat.
Critical play here.
Good? Yeah, we got one. 74 on Vegas, ready.
So here's Satan go. It makes me think sit and go, perhaps, by number 88, Alize Mack. Let's see if they go with a double move at the tight end, who's lined up at number 3 on the bottom.
A couple of domers, Cohn and Mack. Pressure, and Cohn goes down! Devontae Beckett was the first one in there, and William likely delivered the knockout blow. 24th sack of the season for the Roughnecks.
And this is just overload, cover 0, bring the house blitz. The ball has to come out immediately. And when you were working a double move, which looked like that's what they had on, you just don't have time to allow that route to develop. A great call defensively by Brian Stewart, the DC.
They'll settle for the 3. John Parker Romo knocks it through from 26 yards. And what was a promising drive gets stuck inside the 5-yard line.
Oh, we got the quick out up there. We gotta throw it. Kick it.
Hey, we on the red. We're over it.
Bust it. I'm coming up. How did he do it?
Deontay Burnett, 85-yard touchdown. Wow, what a play.
I got Brahmas off and it was out.
They got the cheat code for the XFL.
Wade Phillips and his Houston Roughnecks can clinch a playoff spot with a win here today, and their defense coming up big again, stopping San Antonio at 1st and goal at the 1.5 yard line. Lost yards on all 3 plays. Settled for a field goal.
Just all too familiar for San Antonio as their red zone woes continue, especially against their division rivals, the Houston Roughnecks.
John Parker Romo puts it in the air. Off a hop. Dejon Lee looking for the sideline. And popped out of bounds. Let's get you to Chris Budden.
I'm going to get defensive coordinator Brian Stewart after that big stop after he's done talking with his guys. Coach, take me down to that 3rd down stop and the play call up against him.
Well, we're just trying to stop them. We thought it was a touchdown at first, and then they told us that it was going to be under 1. So then now we're just going to have to pressure them. So that's what we did. We just pressured them.
You've been so complimentary of those guys up front. What do they give you?
Oh shoot, they just play. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it the other way. They do a good job just playing their blocks and doing what they can do.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Brian Stewart for 2 years was defensive coordinator of the Cowboys under Wade Phillips.
And it's just full edge pressure. You have one-on-ones, and if you're in an empty situation like San Antonio was, you want that. You want that empty pressure because you know there's not going to be any overhang in the secondary.
Movement. Receiving team moving prior to their eligibility to move some. This 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the play.
The second time we've seen that penalty
Houston
here in the 1st quarter.
You would invite that pressure. Normally, you would move your entire offensive line to the right side, and the unblocked guy would be coming from the left. So as a quarterback, you can move to your right and deliver the ball accurately somewhere out in the flat to the right or to the back corner to the right. But that time, they didn't get the protection adjustment, and it led to a big 3rd down stop and the forced field goal.
Brandon Silvers 6 of 9 through the air. Get a little bit better as he slings it out to Michael Bandy, who just picked up last week by Houston. Week 8 in the X wraps up tonight over on ESPN2. This is a monster game. Seattle is in D.C. to take on the Defenders. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern and is also available on ESPN+. D.C. can clinch a playoff berth with a win. Meanwhile, Seattle's riding a 5-game win streak. Part of that game is in Seattle.
And total in that game in the upper 40s. So expecting a lot of points there between those two explosive offenses.
Silvers goes down the sideline and incomplete. And what an opportunity for Tenny Adewuse.
As you can see, they are dropping that corner inside. Eyes are completely in the backfield the entire time. Silvers throws right exactly where Adewuse wanted it. And Hines Ward, the former all-pro wide receiver, saying that's why you play defense right there. You got to reel that thing in on the sideline.
3rd down 6 for Houston. To the slant, 1st down and more, and plenty of running room for Justin Smith, who takes it all the way to midfield. 21-yard gain. You mentioned that San Antonio's playing a lot of man coverage, about 90% so far.
Yeah, I would say probably right at that 90% mark right there. You get such a great route against man coverage. It's a simple slant. You're running away. You get a receiver with quick action. You get immediate separation. You hit him in stride on time, and he's got room to run after the fact.
Does Brandon Silvers want to see a lot of man coverage?
All day long. Strength of Houston's entire team are their wide receivers, even in the absence of Jontre Kirkland, who was by far their best weapon. Their wide receivers are deep, and this style of offense is built to destroy man coverage. There's a lot of reads. There's a lot of things that you can throw at him, and their receivers are also very effective coming out of the backfield at the running back spot too. So I think San Antonio needs to get off man sooner than later.
Silvers says, I got this. They've got an early lead after an opening 12-play, 70-yard touchdown drive, then a huge goal line stand by their defense. An XFL South matchup, and Houston has the early edge through one quarter. Inside the Alamo Dome, home of the XFL Championship, just a few weeks away. Here's a look at the championship timeline. On April 29th, we'll decide the South Division winner. Division winner hosts that game. The next day, Sunday, April 30th, we'll be at the game to decide the North Division Championship. And after this weekend, there could be a three-way tie for first in the North. And then back here in San Antonio, May 13th. Sunday night game to decide an XFL champion. Tickets are available at xfl.com/tickets. Mike Scott loose, going through his dance moves. 2nd and 10. For Houston. And they'll put it on the ground. Cole's down there with the other Scott.
Delonte, how do you grade Mike's dance moves first?
My brother, he a dancer, man. I give him 10 out of 10.
Can you take us through this play, like when you're watching your brother out there? Tell us what you see.
I see him sitting there, setting the edge. When they try to bring the ball to us.
Just take us through right here. Watch the play and take us through.
All right. 3rd down. Yeah, get ready for a great rush.
What's he thinking rush right now?
Probably a speed rip. We 3rd and short. Yeah, probably a speed rip or a dip. Oh, he dropping.
And now Silver's trying
yes,
to...
sir! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Hey, full group effort, baby. Robert D-line out here, baby. Deshaun Downey with the sack, man. Check that boy out. Spin the Rooski. Yes, sir! 55 hit that boy with a spin move.
Let's hit him.
There's a spin move he was talking about. By Deshaun Downey, played his college ball at UMass and knocked the helmet right off of Brandon Silvers on 3rd down.
Tell me about that spin move.
Man, we've been working all week, man. That's on the whole D-line. We just been working. That's it.
You set it up earlier in the game?
Man, we just been studying all game. They've been oversetting all season, so we just taking advantage of what they're giving us.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's great film work, and it results in a pressure that gets the ball back after a 38-yard punt.
I'm pretty impressed right there with Mike Scott. I think he told us what every single defensive lineman did on that specific play. He said, oh, he's dropping. Oh, spin move. Like, he knew every single thing without seeing a replay or anything. Cole, how did he see all 4 rushers at the exact same time?
If you talk as much trash as he does in game from the sideline, you have to pay attention, because he does not stop talking the entire time. Every time he's off from the sideline, he's running his mouth the entire time.
Love that.
Delonte and Mike, brothers from Texas, played at SMU and Oklahoma State respectively. Jack Cohn on the move. And a little bit of room after the catch for Deion Yelder. It's a pickup of 6. 28 NFL games under Yelder's belt. Originally signed with the Saints as an undrafted free agent in 2018 out of Western Kentucky.
And these 2 tight ends for San Antonio are weapons. Yelder, big, physical at the end of the line of scrimmage. Really your more traditional tight end. And then you have Alize Mack, the former Notre Dame Fighting Irish tight end, who is really athletic and a real factor in the red zone.
Cohn pressured and dropped. Man, they got there in a hurry. C.J. Brewer got the keys to the sack, and it's a loss of 7.
Just miscommunication here on the right-hand side. Yelder blocks out, and the right tackle doesn't get out fast enough. So they just weren't on the same page on a quick little token play action in the backfield. And there's absolutely nothing Jack Cohn can do under that type of pressure.
Now right tackle Derek Kelly back in action after missing some time. The San Antonio offensive line has been a revolving door. Now Kelly moved early.
Neutral zone infraction. For 33, the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Ryan Stewart and Wade Phillips both saw something different.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Tommy, you mentioned the San Antonio offensive line. Dwayne Wallace getting his first start. He came over from D.C., been on the roster for 2 weeks, and Mike Brown, his first start of the season as well. He's only been on the roster for a week and a half.
Wallace 62 at left tackle.
Yo, Vegas. We go.
San Antonio caught a break. The neutral zone flag, 3rd and 6. Cone going back to his right. And that's Vasher. And it's a flag, but a first down catch.
Completed pass, they're going to decline to take the result.
Oh, that's a good
16.
16-1. Hold on, 16-1.
Holding for 16 of the defense. This penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
It's Raleigh Tejada who got flagged.
Unbelievable catch here by Vasher. Cone doesn't like anything play side, works all the way backside. The coverage is really tight as a result of that hold, but look at the wingspan of Vasher. 6'6", being able to stretch out and get it.
And now a huge gashing run by Jaquez Patrick. Picks up 13. And San Antonio will move the chain again.
Bad Gazelle alert on Vegas, ready.
Bad Gazelle, it means the run is to the left, but when you call it alert, you can check it and move it to the right. Now, the run is going to go to the right-hand side.
What does he see to make him shift it from left to right?
It's dependent on a couple of rules that you would install throughout the course of the week. Sometimes you run to the tightest shade, meaning the guy that is closest to the center. Some other times you run away from rotation. So if a safety, for instance, is spun down to the left, you would run away from rotation, so you would run it back to the right. Just depends on what your rules are on a week-to-week basis.
Vegas. We go.
It's 2nd and 8, multiple flags in the air. And Patrick stumbles his way forward for a pickup of 3.
UF Cole.
Yes.
98.
Yep.
We'll go 98.
Yep. Do we have a spot?
And we're going to go enforce it. Enforce the foul.
That's C.J. Brewer.
What would be the foul?
We had the sack earlier this drive.
Offside. Number 98 of the defense in the neutral zone of the snap. It's a 5-yard penalty still. 2nd down.
Meanwhile, Patrick comes off the field, had a little bit of a limp after that last run.
That's significant, too. They're already without Kalen Ballage, who injured his Achilles a couple weeks ago. Him and Patrick were the 1-2 punch. And then in his injury, Patrick really became the go-to guy. So now it could be up to John Hilleman and Kevin Marks, who was recently acquired.
On play action, Cone gets out of the pocket and is able to scramble for the first down. Jack Heflin got a hand on him but couldn't bring him down before the marker.
A good job of Cone stepping up in the pocket, recognizing the coverage good. Go get what you can. Don't hold on to it forever. Understanding that Houston rush, you could tell all week long, Jimmy Johnson, the offensive coordinator for San Antonio, they've been preaching, hey, this rush, this pass rush, they lead the XFL in sacks. You have to get the ball out, and when you escape vertical. That's what Cone did there. He didn't hold it too long and got some positive yards out of it.
Cone has already thrown for more yards in this game than the previous matchup with Houston, and a denial on the perimeter by Ajene Harris.
Stay nickel. Let's go 7-fact. 269 dragon card. Come on now, let's get a completion. 7-fact, 269 dragon card. Let's go.
2nd and 10.
Vegas, we go. Good.
You should have a slant down here to the bottom. Could have an opportunity. There it is.
And it's good for a first down and a shuffle for more. Fred Brown out of Mississippi State picks up 19.
nice job here, recognizing where that hole in the zone is going to be, gets the ball out quickly, and picks up another nice gain with the completion.
Cone 7 of 10 for 90 yards.
Vegas.
In the first matchup, he went 8 for 20 for only 64 yards with a touchdown and a pick. Patrick back in the game. He looks healthy. And he's got another San Antonio first down on a 13-yard gain.
Really nice rhythm so far from San Antonio offensively. Mixing run pass. Jack Cohn's getting the ball out of his hand quickly. He's anticipating throws, and when given the opportunity to run the ball on early downs,
65
Patrick's really finishing his run, averaging over 6 carry already in the first quarter and a half.
11th play of this drive. Cohn got tripped up and gets taken down. Jack Heflin with the sack. Glenn Logan of LSU was in there as well. And Logan is still down. Well, Jimmy Johnson have a little bit more time to think about the next play call. Logan, a 4-year starter, part of that incredible national championship team in 2019 at LSU under Ed Orgeron. And in the time he got out of college, signed a deal as next in line WWE deal. 6'3", 300. You want to see him coming off the top rope?
Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah. Put it this way, I think bet the WWE guys are glad he's still playing football. That's
right.
Probably a safe
Keep the
assumption.
pads on.
Yes.
So Logan off to the side. We got 7:41 to go in the second quarter and a timeout here at the Alamo Dome.
He gotta throw it. Bash. You had him on the fade. Tell him now. If they all out blitz, throw the fade. He's got to get the ball out of his hand. Yeah, when they get down in the red, you got to anticipate zero. Yeah, just when they go zero, just give him heat because he's gonna play hard inside on that. So if they blitz, just throw it up to Bash.
Two things we learned there. All-out pressure, ball's got to come out quick, right? We understand that. The second thing, there has never been a receiver that's ever been covered, ever. So when Hines Ward asked T.J. Vasher if he had him on the fade, that wasn't a real question. That was a rhetorical question. He knew the answer before it even needed to be said.
2nd and 13 now. Second possession for San Antonio, knocked away. Practically taken out of the hands of Deion Yeller by Caleb Bryce. And right, he noted basketball powerhouse Florida Atlantic.
And right here too, if you're Jack Cohn, you got to be thinking pressure again, because why? You're right on field goal range. It's 3rd and 13. It's obvious passing situation. They want to knock you out of field goal range, and the only way to do that is by bringing the heat. So you got to be thinking, hey, ball's got to come out quickly here, because a sack might eliminate the chance to get 3.
Cohen getting rid of it. And Alize Mack picks up a few. And they'll try for a field goal from John Parker Romo, who's already hit from 26.
And they brought the heat again, too, and they had it nice and protected with a nice 7-man protection. He finds an outlet to make this field goal 3 yards easier.
42-yard attempt. Indoors. Off the turf. And good. We are tied at 6. San Antonio 6 the hard way. Houston missed on its point after. And Jack Cohn to the tablet. Try to get a little bit more efficient. We're tied up. Joey Porter at the Super Bowl with his sons Joey and Jacob. And man, they grow fast, don't they? His son after being a star at Penn State. Joey Porter Jr., #2 player in the state coming out of high school. And Todd McShay's got him as a 16th overall pick. Cole, what'd you learn about what draft day is going to be like for that family?
I actually talked to Joey Porter Jr. about him before the game. Said he's got a lot of meetings lined up here over the next week and a half. And I said, one thing I really appreciate about your son's game playing corner, I don't watch corners a ton. I said, the physicality. He loves to tackle, and he said that was the main thing that those two talked about during his college career, that once you go to that next level, that is not going to be optional, especially if you go to a franchise like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Corners are going to be alone. They're going to be in space, and that physicality cannot be something that you decide to do every now and then. It's got to be there on every play. Joey Porter Jr.'s got it.
So does he want him to go to the Steelers? I mean, what does he want? I mean, I really want. You're like that much of a diehard, so ingrained in the Pittsburgh Steeler culture. I mean, what if he goes to Cincinnati? How weird will that be?
Well, he's meeting with the Ravens this week. Here's a swing out to Borghi. And he gets bottled up.
The funny thing is, I feel like Joey Porter would have been a great Raven. You know what I mean? Like the Steelers and Ravens are kind of cut from the same cloth, like physical, want to just absolutely maul you at the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's who they are. So if he goes to the Ravens, that would make a lot of sense, but that would make for an interesting dynamic 2 weeks a year when the Ravens and Steelers are playing each other.
I think it'd make more sense to go to the Steelers as a Steelers fan who hasn't drafted a decent corner in about 2 decades.
How do you really feel? On 2nd and 2, Cedric Byrd can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Jack Kerner coming up to make a big stop. He was signed by the Saints as a free agent coming out of Iowa. 2nd team all Big Ten.
There we go. Turn side, purple.
You hear purple again. That's when they'll go up, take a picture, see what they're in defensively, and then get an optimal call. Once again, it's looking like man coverage here. So here, Bucks, that'll be a handoff, and I like it a lot. There's only 2 guys on the left-hand side.
Borghi has space, and he picks up the first down. It turns into a simple math equation, huh?
G-Mac, A.J. Smith was telling us about that on the field before the game. He said, I feel like I can get that defensive front 7 misaligned on a regular basis. He did it the last time those 2 teams met and obviously found a way to steal yards again right there.
And right there, you have 2 defenders on the left side of the center. You also have leverage with the center against the defensive tackle. You pull a guy around, and next thing you know, football is all about numbers and leverage. That time, numbers were very much in Houston's favor.
Silvers with a hitch. Here's the goal. Open, but incomplete. Deontay Barnett, intended receiver.
Okay, here we go. Go Charger. Trips right up. X-Pac. F-shift X-Pac. Blue.
Trips right up. Blue.
So A.J. Smith's manila folder last week had pickleball champion written on the back of it. He said that was a message to my nephews in Utah who think they could beat me at pickleball. Just a little reminder. On 2nd and 10, a bullet incomplete, and a flag down. Trying to get it to Justin Smith. He got taken down before he got to the middle of the field.
Okay, right there. This is it. I'm on the ultimate. Boom. Where's my flag?
Defense 28.
Flag good.
Jack Kerner in coverage.
Pass interference. 28 at the defense. The penalty is a first down at the spot of the foul.
The fans don't like it, obviously, but you can see the defender and the wide receiver making contact. Could feel a little incidental, but either way,
Just X not going ready.
Probably a good call. Keep an eye here. You have this underneath and this out the gate. They already hit it for one big play early. If they're in man coverage again, could be another big hitter.
Looking for it. And a little bit behind.
All right, here we go. Give me this. Trio right, Reno check. Trio right, Reno check. Just get ready for red fence. Let's run red fence. Red fence.
Hey, red.
And Deontay, that's you running the out here.
Red fence.
First to go.
Yeah.
Number 1, Deontay Burnett.
Run like hell.
Bottom of the formation.
Keep an eye on that. out the gate, possibly. The safety spins down.
And a dead sprint, but it's a sidearm pass underneath the coverage and almost picked. Ryan Lewis had good coverage. It seemed like maybe the pressure had Silvers backpedaling.
It definitely was. He was feeling it. If you throw it off your back foot, especially late in the flats, there's a possibility that defender could undercut it. Fortunate there. And that ball wasn't intercepted.
3rd and long, defenders licking the chops, Cole.
Delonte, tell us what you're seeing again here.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what you're seeing.
All right, cool. We see here is motion. It's obviously going to be a pass. Oh, yeah, Michael, let's go. Damn.
Brother just missed him, and it was delivered for a first down on a gain of 11 to Michael Bandy.
Another good job there by Silver stepping up. You feel that edge pressure coming around the right-hand side, and a good job, too, keeping his eyes downfield as Bandy uncovers. He delivers a strike for that 3rd and long conversion.
Bandy 2 years with the Chargers coming out of University of San Diego.
2 minutes.
And we hit the 2-minute warning. We've got a tie game here in the first half of a game of postseason implications. Roughnecks win, and they are in the postseason. San Antonio, for all intents and purposes, needs a win, or they can just head to the river walk for the rest of the way. Back to San Antonio in a moment. Yesterday, and we wrap it up tonight, Seattle and DC. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern on ESPN2 and also available on ESPN+. The Dragons can clinch a playoff berth with the win. And Seattle, riding a 5-game winning streak, can tie for the North lead with the W.
That's going to be a heck of a game. I can't wait to watch it. And Ben DiNucci, the quarterback for Seattle, can he keep a clean sheet? Because he's a walking turnover. Man, if he keeps a clean sheet, they're going to be tough to beat.
Silvers lets it go, and he finds Deontay Burnett, who's now going across the grain. Burnett, a 54-yard run from sideline to sideline to pick up 5 yards.
Wow. I mean, Brandon Silvers just got absolutely destroyed. Watch off the right-hand side. Gets beat inside, and he gets high load in the backfield. Let's take a listen.
It was Drew Beasley high, Delonte Scott low.
Man, that's a big shot.
They'll ask him to throw following it. To the wheel route, try to go back shoulder, incomplete to Borghi.
It doesn't seem like much, though. I mean, those hits, they probably always look worse than they actually feel. I'll say that. Okay. But the message that's sent to your guys if you pop right back up goes a really long way. Now, that right tackle, I want to kick him as hard as I possibly can right in the behind. But he's hurt. He feels worse about the hit than I do. So it's great to see the quarterback get right back up. That sends a right message.
There's 6 of 7 on 3rd down today. Shot to the end zone, and it's knocked away by Barku. Luke Barku got a challenge from his head coach Hines Ward last week. And Hines Ward fired up about a flag that didn't come. Hines, so Barku, you start winning some of these matchups, you're going to the NFL. Fantastic recovery.
That's a great job of tracking the football. I think Hines probably wanted some type of OPI because you saw Barku get pushed outside initially off the release. But a great recovery nonetheless.
So a 41-yard field goal attempt coming from Houston. And their brand new kicker, Austin Jones. Austin Jones was signed when Hunter Duplessis went down with an injury early this week. What a wild ride it's been for him. Jones originally was a starting kicker at Temple, and in a game against Memphis, he tore his ACL making a tackle on a kickoff return. Then he lost his starting job. Got his degree from Temple, transferred to play for Nick Saban at Alabama, was a starting kicker there. for only 3 games. Missed a field goal, then an extra point. Did get back on the field for the Crimson Tide. And now his first field goal attempt in the XFL. From 41 yards in the lead. And the Roughnecks are back in front. They led this game 6-0 before a pair of San Antonio field goals tied it up.
Perfect snap, matches laces. Nice high arcing kick right through the middle. And Houston takes the lead by 3.
So we got 15 total points in this game. The over-under is 38.5.
Pick your flag out and then put it back. All right, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to blast y'all if y'all don't sit there and make the right call. Make the call. You saw his holding. You saw his holding. He was about to call it. No, I'm about to blast all y'all. I'm about to blast all y'all, man. Y'all killing us. Y'all killing us. Joy, get back, get back. Get back, get back, get back.
Hines Ward certainly has a sense of urgency.
Tell you what, I can probably take Hines' wrath, but if Joey Porter starts going after the officials, that might change some of my decisions.
He has been on them for about 2 straight series, too. I've been standing right behind him.
And I know Hines would go in there and he's not afraid of a little toughness, physical stuff as well, but Porter might scare me.
Here's Fred Brown. Kickoff return for a score in his back pocket, and a flag coming on the return. 56 seconds to play in the half. I was going to mention low scoring first half, which is the norm for San Antonio. They typically come under the total.
During the return?
But we had some very long drives, and we'll have limited possessions in this game.
And just not very effective in the red zone either.
We're 31 of the return team. It's a 10-yard penalty on the spot of the foul. First down, San Antonio.
I mean, this thing will stay under all day long if they keep settling for field goals. And with San Antonio's challenges inside the red zone, it's been a big reason why they haven't really put this whole thing together in the first 8 weeks of the year.
Vegas, we go.
San Antonio started 4 different quarterbacks. Cohn back as the starter now. Coming back from injury, and he'll flick it out of bounds. Past the line of scrimmage. Cohn 8 of 12 for 93 yards in this first half.
And a good decision there. If they do want to go 2-minute operation, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend with this starting field position, you throw it away to preserve the time, but knowing that Houston has 2 timeouts at their disposal, that might be one where I would have told the quarterback to slide, stay in bounds, and take this thing into half down 3.
A little bit low and incomplete to Landon Akers.
And now Houston, if they can get off the field here, you got to think they have at least 1 timeout at their disposal, depending on what San Antonio decides to do offensively, and they're going to have great field position.
Don't make a first down, I'll call timeout.
So there you go. You hear Wade Phillips telling them immediately what his plans are before the ball is even snapped.
We go.
Line has dropped to Houston, given 4.5 now, and that goes for a first down to Fred Brown.
Clock will stop after the first down conversion. Rules that resemble college, but there is a flag down in the backfield.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 17. This 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
As DeAndre Johnson got flagged for roughing the passer.
All right, there we go.
I didn't think that this was necessarily roughing the passer. I mean, he's engaged, does kind of go a little high. You make contact with the quarterback's head, you're going to make that happen, but I don't know.
Finally, somebody gave us a call.
I think that one, I'm not sure it's a makeup call, but Not the most egregious roughing the passer I've seen.
Another flag down. They go over the top to Alize Mack. Their man of Notre Dame pulling the back. Pickup of 7.
Offside defense, number 45 lining up neutral zone. They want to take the penalty, so it'll still be first down.
John Daka, guilty party this time.
Offside. Number 45 of the defense was in the neutral zone at the snap. It's a 5-yard penalty. It'll still be first down.
Cole, how does that happen? How do guys that close to the football line up in the neutral zone?
Well, a couple things. One, you're always trying to push the limit. You always want to try to get as close as humanly possible. And a lot of times when you look down, you lean a little bit further out. But there are certain plays the center can do with the football where he kind of inches it a little bit forward when he addresses it and maybe potentially gets you into that neutral zone. You just got to know where the ball is and make sure you're behind.
Can't imagine a center would engage in gamesmanship like that.
About 2 inches he just gained right there.
Yeah. That's how McElroy spots his ball on the green. Move the corner up a little bit. Pressure on Cone. And incomplete. 28 seconds left. Easter greetings exchanged, and it results in a flag.
We have intentional grounding. He's going to go 10 yards.
You hear a moment ago, intentional grounding. Did he get outside the tackle box? That's the question.
And we've got the
I think he did, and I believe the ball got past the line of scrimmage, so it should not be intentional grounding.
Yep.
After reviewing the play, the ball did make it to the line of scrimmage. Therefore, there is no foul for intentional grounding.
I love the fact that Dean Blandino is on top of all of this stuff, and even before we show him on camera, he's already cleaned it up. Does not take long.
No, it happens very quickly, and it's just an extra set of eyes that have access to camera angles that you can't see in real time. So the transparency as far as the officiating in this league is second to none. I wish it would be adopted at all levels of football.
Might be a little much for middle school. 2nd and 5. Cone over the middle. Alize Mack again. And he's going to give him a 3rd and 1. Tavante Beckett with the stop. And they'll use the timeout.
As a kid from Texas, I can assure you middle school football is a very big deal. We might need to put in a central command center from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we take our middle school and high school football very seriously here, Tom.
3rd and 1. What's a good play call for San Antonio with 18 seconds left?
I dislocated my pinky, but I popped it back in.
Oh, that's good.
Come again? Which hand?
What are we doing?
He pointed to his throwing hand.
Huddle. Move. Hey.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't look great.
Hey.
That's pretty tough.
Good ape on Omaha. Ready.
Good ape, so a little handoff to the right-hand side, getting the first down, and then I would usually call 2 plays here. Get the first down, then you're immediately up to the line of scrimmage, or you can clock it. So right here, you would get up and clock it immediately.
A helmet came off for the Roughnecks. He's going to hurry back. That's Charles Wiley. Wiley crawling around and wasn't ready to go with the helmet off.
He was trying to go down. I mean, that was a little chaotic. He was trying to sit down and get relief, but they decided to just call timeout, it looks like. On that side of the ball. There you go.
Are you kidding me?
Who called timeout?
You can see the helmet on the left side right there. Coming off after he beats his offensive lineman inside.
Well, what a bailout for San Antonio.
It's a huge bailout.
Brahmas are out of timeouts.
But they would have clocked it right there anyways and maybe wasted a second at most.
But like you said, getting other play calls in, a chance to collect their breath. Cone over the middle, intercepted! William Likely had it thrown right to him. I don't know if that's a read, Greg, or it's a lack of execution for a guy who just had his pinky dislocated.
That's just not on the same page. The second this ball leaves Jack Cohn's hand, you actually hear him say, "Oh no," meaning the receiver, the intended wide receiver, Alize Mack, starts to work out. Cohn thinks he's going to sit it right there at that spot.
For Athletic, man, y'all go check that out. For sure, for sure.
And you can see right here, watch Alize Mack. He twists to the outside and works away. Cohn's actually correct. Let's listen to Cohn on the play as the ball's released.
Whitey! My son! Oh, no, no, no.
And Cohn is correct. It's zone defense. They're just dropping straight back. You wouldn't break away unless it's man. So his guy makes the mistake.
Going deep, and he's intercepted. Jack Koerner with the takeaway. Half comes to an end, but they're still on the field, and Koerner will get dropped from behind. Chaos at the end of the half. Trading picks, and Koerner is banged up and holding his right knee. Well, Silvers was going to take a shot. No worse for wear on the Houston side, but real concern with Koerner of San Antonio.
Just a greedy decision here from Silvers. Can't get enough on it. Koerner's over the top, and he makes the play and ends the half in exciting fashion up until the end when he gets hit low, and it looks like that right leg gets buckled underneath him. Just hope that young man's okay.
You can see what Jack Koerner means to this defense. The majority of the starters and reserves were out there to check on him right away. Some still singing around, just trying to make sure, check on him, make sure everything's good.
Just hoping the best for him. Just trying to give your team a chance, as even a member of the Houston Roughnecks, Jack Heflin, is out there wishing him his very best.
Heflin and Koerner, teammates at the University of Iowa. Koerner will leave under his own power.
That's good to see.
His interception leading to some late half drama.
I'm already down on my fourth quarterback.
Hines Ward is not done working the folks in stripes. Let's hear from the head coach himself, Cole.
Coach, you've been frustrated with these officials the entire game. Just kind of take me through the mindset. What's bothering you?
It's just frustrating when you see a ref about to pull the flag out and not call it. I don't know. You saw the same thing that we saw, so I don't know why he didn't call it. But whatever it is, man, we can't let the refs control the game. We still gotta execute better. I mean, we're still in the dogfight. It's 9-6, man. We get the ball second half, so we'll see if we can get some points.
Offense felt like they found a little bit of life there. The quick game seems to be helping you guys out. That was a major emphasis for you.
Yeah, because we got to protect a little better. I mean, we want to take our shots, but you know, we're getting the ball out of our hand, and we're still in this ball game. So we'll see what happens second half.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, appreciate it.
Plenty more access coming your way. Silver's late interception, the only mark against him. He threw for 109 yards and a touchdown in the first half. We'll also take a look back at last week in the league as we move closer to the postseason. Houston needs a win to lock up its spot in the South Division Championship game. San Antonio has to win to keep its postseason hopes alive. And we've got a tight one. 9-6 Houston at the half. Coverage from San Antonio continues after this.
47, that's that Cole McDonald.
Yeah.
University of Hawaii.
That's a lot of poise.
He got drafted in the NFL.
Did he?
With Arizona.
Right. Okay.
My name is Cole McDonald. I'm from Southern California. Went to University of Hawaii. I play quarterback. Guys counted me out. Team said they didn't want to take a chance on me, and I'm going to continue to do what I do, continue to prepare for when the lights do turn on, that I'm ready to go.
10, 15, 18, back to 15, and he made the catch. Did a good job today.
Thank you. I feel like I should have done better, but
that's all right. Congratulations.
DJ.
I just want to say thank you to you guys for this opportunity, this amazing camp, for giving guys like me a chance. You know, it means the world to me. You know, thank you to the both of you.
Absolutely.
All this has happened for a reason, and now it's just time to go, man.
Thank you.
Ball out.
Thank you. I will.
I need this to work. Not for me. I'm going to be okay if the XFL doesn't work. But there's a real rage for me to make this work for players.
What a really cool scene between Dwayne Johnson, Danny Garcia, and Cole McDonald back in camp. The 9-part docuseries Player 54 gives you an all-access look at XFL players and coaches. Episode 6 coming your way Thursday, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on ESPN2, and all episodes available on ESPN+. We got a tight one, 9-6. Houston with the lead over San Antonio. Jack Cohn back at quarterback, playing with a dislocated pinky. Cole, what do you got?
Jack, how's the pinky first?
Oh, it feels great. Yeah, it's all good to go.
Offense felt like it found a little bit of life there in the second half. I know an interception late. Does it help you get over that pick? We heard the audio of you knew right away when you let it go. Is it easier to kind of move on when you realize that fast what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I knew it right away. It was just a miscommunication between us, and can't let those happen, but it is what it is. But then we move the ball well offensively. We just got to finish drives.
Felt like Jaquez Patrick got some things going in the run game as well. What are you seeing that you think is allowing you guys to have success on the ground?
Yeah, I think the O-line's doing a great job. They're fighting super hard, and JP's running super hard, so it's been successful for us.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Let's get over to Chris Budd on the other side.
AJ, pretty impassioned speech to your guys. What was your message to them?
We got to win. It's a man's coverage, so when they play you man to man, they're challenging this right here. There's nothing schematically we need to draw up. It's cover one. It's two-man. We got to play longer to the opponent. We got to beat our guy. We got to execute. We do those things, we're going to win this game.
What has allowed you at times to be able to pick apart that man coverage?
Our guys. When they're man to man, you know, we'll get the double moves, we'll get the rub routes, but it's our guys. It's their speed, it's their execution. So I just call it a play. They do the rest.
What have you seen out of Brandon today?
He's sticking in there. He's staying in the pocket. He's delivering accurate footballs, and he keeps going through his progressions. We're going to do good things.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Those turnovers, we need them, right? We can't have my bads, right? To get back into this game, it's going to take everybody, right? I need a bunch of desperate dudes. Put everything on the line. One play at a time. We'll walk out here with a dub, all right? We're going to get the ball offense, make sure we get a good return, make sure you block your tails off, all right? Let's go out here and win this game. Let's go.
Get it, y'all. Turn that bitch up. Hey, turn it up now.
Finish. 1, 2, 3. Finish. Let's go, let's go.
Brahmas need a strong second half. The Roughnecks got out to a 6-0 lead on his pass from Brandon Silvers. But we are tight. It's 9-6 the break. We return after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Happy Easter from San Antonio. And an offensive-minded affair as Houston has a 9-6 lead. We aim towards the second half. Tom Hart alongside Greg McElroy. Great work by Chris and Cole down in the locker rooms. This is a San Antonio team that every time they take a step forward, they seem to take a step back offensively.
Yeah, they got to finish drives. I mean, they're doing a pretty good job right now moving the football. They're mixing run pass, and then boom, critical error. For instance, you lose 3 or 4 yards on 1st and goal from the 1. Then you have an interception as you're having a nice drive towards the end of half where you're not on the same page. They just got to string these plays together. And their mistakes, you can make mistakes. Mistakes are part of it, but they can't be catastrophic. And unfortunately for them, most of their drives have ended as a result of a fairly catastrophic mistake.
Including the last one, which ended on an interception from Jack Cohn. And a miscommunication with his tight end, Alize Mack. Brett Brown on the return, stood up at the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Progressive. Roughnecks, as expected, getting it done through the air. About even a time of possession, and each team turned it over once.
I think there is an opportunity for Houston to lean a little bit more on the run game. Now, Brandon Silvers is not the same run threat as Cole McDonald, so he's probably not going to be a huge factor in this game given the man defense that they're playing, but they got to be a little bit more balanced.
Patrick had that handoff on his hip, able to get going and secure the football, a gain of 2 on 1st down.
Yeah, I mean, this was a kind of a strange exchange right there. Probably thinking that Jack Cohn is going to pull that ball on the zone read. But Patrick hangs on to it just long enough to grab it on the hip. Fortunate that that thing didn't fall to the ground.
Cohn led Wisconsin to the Rose Bowl, Notre Dame to the Fiesta Bowl, and they run it again to set up 3rd and 6. Notre Dame record 366 yards and 4 touchdowns in his first game with the Irish. Then a Fiesta Bowl record 509 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Vegas, ready, 80 hop. We go. Vegas. We go.
And Patrick back.
My son.
They're down 6, looking for Patrick, and it's batted up and intercepted. Big guy running, Trevon Mason, and he gets cut down inside the 10. We're that close to a fat guy touchdown. 315-pound rumble and 6'5" to get his paw on it.
And a great job initially seeing that ball is going to come out really quickly. He stops his rush, tries to drop out underneath it, tips it up to himself and makes a play.
Quick! Got it! Go!
A Roughnecks team which is undefeated against the division and trying to snap a 3-game losing streak after a 4-0 start to the season. Cole McDonald now in at quarterback. Max Borghi gains 2. 2nd and goal coming.
Such a big play. They're still celebrating on the sideline, but get the big fella some oxygen, man. He's got to be gassed after rumbling and stumbling near pay dirt there on the opening drive of the second half.
Sometimes you hear about a player holding the ball like a loaf of bread. He was holding it like a can of soup. The hands are so big. Now 2nd and goal. Shot. Touchdown. 5-yard strike to Garrett Owens. Set up by the pick. The punt provoker has made the trip to San Antonio, and his team with the lead. They're going to go for 1. And look for a 10-point advantage. They're 0 for 8 on 1-point conversions this year. Borghi gets it in. There is a flag.
Motion number 10. He was on the line of scrimmage and went in motion.
A Justin Smith flag.
Illegal motion. Offense number 10. On the line of scrimmage went in motion. It's a 5-yard penalty. Try will be from the 7.
Next play, Garrett.
They'll back it up. This is still only worth 1.
Here we go. Trips right, Brown. Brown, on one, ready?
Trevon Mason set it all up with the pick. Second chance at 1. Safety blitz to the end zone and incomplete. So the 6 came easy thanks to the short field. Just a 2-play 7-yard drive as Owens out of Duquesne takes it in, but it was Trevon Mason who set it up. He's with Chris.
Yeah, Mason, glad it took a little bit to get to this interview. We're breathing real hard. How are we feeling right now?
I'm tired. My hip hurt. I thought I was going to hurt the quarterback. I got to get a redo on that one.
Take me through what you saw on that pick.
Man, I ain't going to lie. I seen the lineman wasn't really blocking me. And I sniffed it out, smell a rat.
screen. I seen him throw it. I tipped it, but I didn't think I was going to catch it. But it came back to my head. I said, oh, baby, let's get it. Then I tried to score, and then it was just.
How badly do you want to score, and how'd they catch you?
I don't know how that quarterback caught me, but he caught me, though. I don't know. I need to get back in the lab for real, because that was bad. No way a quarterback should have caught me.
You're going to hear about that tomorrow. By the way, I've been told many times by coaches and players, please do not interview him. You're going to have a big head after this moment?
Nah. Very humble. You know what I'm saying? Very humble. They just say that because I be talking crazy. I say what's on my mind. Yeah. That's all it is. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Appreciate it. Humble just like you two guys up there.
That's right. Yeah. Although we can jump over a phone book. He said he was going to hurdle the quarterback. He didn't get off the ground. Solid return for Fred Brown. He said, I thought I was going to hurdle the quarterback.
You got to have the excuses built in. He said, oh, man, my hip hurts. Like, I like it because you know tomorrow when they put this tape on, because of the result, you can absolutely crush him. Like, you would never crush your boy after he makes a bad play. But after he makes a great play, sure, you can wear him out, especially if you get hawked by a quarterback from behind.
He said he snipped it out. You could hear his head coach yelling, quick, quick, quick. Even before the pass, Jaquez Patrick carrying the load, pickup of 7.
It was a great play, great recognition. And now it's going to be important for San Antonio to kind of bounce back. So far, they've been their own worst enemy so far.
Good.
Need to get back to trying to establish the line of scrimmage, mix some run pass, get their quarterback re-engaged.
Interceptions on consecutive possessions for Jack Cohn in San Antonio. They went field goal, pick on their 4 possessions to this point.
Let's go nickel. Let's go 6-pack. Let's go 268 Dragon card.
268 on Vegas, ready.
Dragon card.
Yeah.
3rd down 3.
Vegas.
They're 5 of 8 on 3rd downs today.
Should have an opportunity for the slant right here and a flat. They hit it earlier for a big 1st down.
Pressure from the edge. Cone incomplete. He had Fred Brown.
Where to hit him?
Hines Ward knows it's getting late early. For all intents and purposes, they need a touchdown today to stay alive in the postseason race. Brad Wing on his son's 10th birthday gets it away, and a fair catch as for it will carry into the end zone. 56-yard punt for Wing. Smile and a happy birthday for his son. Hello, Elsie, and happy Easter. XFL coverage continues from San Antonio after this.
Time after a kick or a punt. Tell me what you're looking at.
So here we're just kind of looking to see what the defense was doing. You know, got to see where defense is lining up, what we're trying to block, all that different stuff. You know, we got a new PP back there. Got to try and help him out. So just really looking to see what the defense is doing more to, help him in the back there.
What about if it was a field goal? What would you be looking at?
So field goal, I'm looking to see, where the laces are. Because, trying to make Brad's job easier too. So if he doesn't have to spin the ball, then it's a really good snap.
So hold on, as a long snapper, you have that much control over your snaps that you can put the laces where you want to for the holder?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then.
Rex Sunahara all smiles. This guy's had a wild athletic journey. He started his college career playing basketball for Danny Hurley at Rhode Island. Talked to him before the Final Four about Hurley. He said, the best coach I have ever played for. Knocked away by Scott. And sure enough, he was able to back that up by winning a national championship with UConn last week. You go from playing basketball at Rhode Island to being a long snapper at West Virginia. There's a lot of athleticism, and as he proved, film work there. You ever hear a long snapper doing that much film work?
Matching laces is a lost art, and obviously you get up there to the highest levels of football, this being one of them. Those guys are good enough where they can adjust it a quarter turn every time they throw it back. And as you're a holder, which I was, it makes your life very, very easy.
To the slant, and Michael Bandy was able to pick up 6.
And he's hitting the smelling salts on the sideline, too. Like,
yeah, he's not your normal long snapper.
For it.
Is there
I've never heard that about the laces, G-Mac. I was blown away when he told me that before the game, that he could control it that much. That is wild. I have a newfound respect for kickers and long snappers.
Those guys are ridiculous, man. I mean, those long snappers up there in the biggest show, they're unbelievable.
Roughnecks 6 of 8 on 3rd down. Batted away at the line of scrimmage. Delonte Scott got his hands on a couple on this possession.
And it also looked like Downey was in there as well. Coming off the left-hand side, one-on-one. Saw that quarterback start to release, knowing he wasn't going to get home. He puts that left arm up to deflect the pass. Great stand there by San Antonio defensively. Things were reeling a little bit for their offense. Had to have a stop. They did. Now they'll give it back to him.
Terrell Bonds back to receive this punt from Race Porter, and a delay of game.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
See, Cole, you gave the long snapper and kicker and punter way too much love, and now they take a delay of game. Come on, man. It's a law of averages right there. Law of, you give them love, and then now you have to take it away. It's just the way things work.
Return to the mean.
That's all it is.
Brian Corey's a long snapper for Houston. Played at Division III Carnegie Mellon and was a school record holder in sacks before moving on to the Indoor Football League, the Spring League, the CFL, XFL, and some time in the NFL. They come after it and almost got it. And that thing checks up and takes a San Antonio bounce, a 29-yard punt. Week 8 of the XFL wraps up tonight. DC in Seattle to take on the Dragons, 7 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. DC beat Seattle 22-18 in week 1. So here's a look at the standings. Vegas and Orlando have both been eliminated. So everybody live in the South, much of that guy's chip, love, and desire, and we could have a 3-way tie in the North with the Seattle win tonight. Tiebreaker is division record, and DC still a huge advantage there.
Tonight's game's going to be off the charts. I think, look, it's close because there's obviously 3 great teams in the North, but I would say that Seattle might be the most interesting team, and they just signed Philip Lindsay, the former Denver Bronco, a guy with a lot of juice at running back. So a team is extremely interesting.
DC's first loss of the season came last week against Orlando. And meanwhile, Seattle red hot. DC with a win would host the North Division Championship. Keep them undefeated. You saw Ryan in division, I should add. Ryan Lewis helped off the field a moment ago by the athletic training staff. John Hilleman able to pick up 8 on first down.
You hope Brian Lewis is okay as he was helped off now in the medical tent. Very emotional as he was going to the sideline. And San Antonio with another nice 1st and 10 run to open the drive. Now what can they do with it?
Jack Kerner still hadn't played this half after getting injured on his interception to end the first half. Hilleman with the spin move. And he might be just short. Nope, it's good enough for a first down.
Good individual effort here. Wasn't there initially, but you see him spin inside. Beckett over pursues, gets north and south, and picks up just enough for the first down.
We go! Play!
They run it again. And Hilliman picks up 3.
Let's go double F up. Fake bad frog pin. Double F up. Fake bad frog pin.
Play action?
Yeah, big play action. So pin, you have a post and an in. So this will be your big post, and this should be your in off of hard play action and full protection.
All those runs to set up this one, and they have to dump it off to Hilliman. And there's a flag down in the secondary. Goes as a first down and a gain of 9.
Contact defense number 6.
Okay, so that's more than 5. They're going to decline it.
Yes, sir.
So
36.
ICT, Houston 36, ICT.
Illegal contact. 36 of the defense. Penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Midway through the 3rd quarter.
It was a good job of play action. The post is actually coming from the right-hand side, not the left-hand side. You see number 36 right there with the contact and the contact. And the reason why it was illegal contact is before the ball was in the air. So you see the contact there. It was a good call by the official, but didn't need it, obviously, with the first down conversion.
Play action again. Cone gets sandwiched. Another sack. Glenn Logan leading the way for Houston along with C.J. Brewer. 4th sack of the game for the Roughnecks, who came in leading the league in sacks.
And there's just nothing that Jack Cone can do right here. Left guard gets destroyed inside. And as he's coming off of his play action, he already has Glenn Logan, who's right in his lap. The right side collapses as well as Norman Price is pushed back. Just nothing the quarterback can do.
Omaha, go!
It's a dangerous to run play action with a struggling O-line. The screen, get a few back to Landon Akins. With a late hit. San Antonio's out of challenges. Hines Ward used it on his first defensive possession.
Let's go left hash. Let's go nickel, nickel, nickel. Let's go trips right alpha. 74 rib. Ice smash wide delay. Trips right alpha. 74 rib. Ice smash wide delay.
Here's your wide. That'll be your outlet if your smash isn't there. You might have a smash in one-on-one here.
Cone. Trying to run. Oh, he got walloped. And there's a flag on the play. Jordan Mosley delivered a hit.
We got 2 fouls, guys. We got 2 fouls.
We actually have 3. So hang on here.
Wow.
DeAndre Johnson is still down, injured.
What do you have?
Cone with a wow.
Defense.
Holding offense, number 59.
Okay, so we have 2 holding fouls,
Yes.
1 by each team.
Savante Beckett is also injured.
It's going to be a hold.
Yes.
We're going to
What was
replay
the number again, Milton? And
hold
59
and 59 San Antonio, OH.
59 offense.
There are fouls by both teams. The penalties will offset. Holding for 3 of the defense. Holding for 58 of the offense. Ball will be returned to the previous spot. 3rd down.
A good job of stepping up. Nothing open downfield. Saw the hold downfield. That looked like it was where Jack Cone was going to go, but look at him finish. Understanding the down and distance, knowing you have to get, he also says wow at the end as he gets hit hard along the sideline.
268 on Vegas, ready. Yeah.
8th play of the drive.
Vegas, we go. My son.
4-man rush. Pocket collapses again. Don't having to move his feet. And that'll bring up 4th down. And the excitement from behind Jack Cone coming from Charles Wiley. San Antonio just seems severely limited in what they can do with this offensive line play.
And when it's obvious passing down situation, it's really difficult. They're a team that absolutely has to stay on side and stay on schedule because their tackles are really struggling against the speed.
They're going to try a 59-yarder here from John Parker Romo. This one's going to come short and wide and no good. Good field position for Houston. Roughnecks can secure their spot in the South Division Championship with a win here in San Antonio. XFL returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations. All right, we got a situation going on. Houston had too many men on the field. San Antonio has another chance of 4th down, and instead of attempting a long field goal, to put the offense back out there. Well, Jack Cohn trying to convert here on this 4th and 3.
You want a pop or a fade?
What, a pop or a fade? Who's he talking to? Vasher, maybe? They're 7 of 12 on 4th down this season.
Vasher would be the guy you would look at. Vasher and Alizé Mack are the two most reliable guys you have.
18 and 88. They both have good size and length.
I would say Fred Brown would be in that mix too, but he's on the list after dropping a pivotal 3rd down just to drive a go. So you can still trust him too, but you got to get him feeling good about himself.
Explode F left Zach 377 Z dumb X fade on Vegas. Ready? Fade. Fade.
Pivotal play for San Antonio.
Got to work the tight end side. That's where you want to be, left side.
Kerner partly quickly. Cohn, and it's dropped by Fred Brown. You mentioned it before. He had a drop previously as a quarterback, as an offensive coordinator. Is that in your mind?
It should, but then again, he's been a reliable weapon. He's 29 years old, has played a lot of football. Ball was a little low. One that he's got to be able to handle, though. It is at the kneecaps. Not saying it's an easy catch, especially when that nose is down. But that has to be one that he's able to reel in. That's now consecutive pivotal drive-ending plays.
So now it's up to the San Antonio defense without one of its stars, Jack Kerner, who got injured at the end of the quarter after a long interception return. Cole is down on the San Antonio sideline. He's got Jack to walk us through what San Antonio is trying to do defensively.
Jack, you're calling out ball there. You can't help it, can you?
No. Yeah, like I said, unfortunate things happen. You just got to roll with the punches.
I want you to take us through just kind of what you're seeing here defensively, if you don't mind, just kind of through your eyes as a safety who's normally in the game.
Yeah, so we're knowing that they like to get their guys in space a lot, so we're trying to do as much as we can to eat up the space when they're getting their good little backs in space. But yeah, we see him coming out here in a 2x2 formation here.
It's like man coverage.
And Silver gets to the outside.
Cole, they like to play based off of our leverage. So if they see us sitting inside leverage, then they're going to try to run out-breaking routes, and vice versa. If we're inside or outside leverage, they're going to run in-breaking routes. So that's something that we got to be focused on as DBs, especially when we're in man coverage.
Is man coverage something you guys had confidence in playing in this game?
Absolutely. We have confidence in our guys. You know, line up our guys against their guys, and we got confidence on our side. So just going to take a little bit more attention to detail and tighten it up. And I'm not worried about it, my boys.
Take us through here. What you see?
Here we go. There we go. Great tackle by Sean there. Great tackle. Yeah, they're trying to spread us out, get, 5-man box, but we know we got good guys in there that can make tackles. So
unfortunately, you're not going to go the rest of this game, but I can tell you the entire defense was out there when you were on the field, and even Heflin from the other team, your teammate at Iowa, came over. How does that make you feel when you know those guys are that worried about you?
It means the world to me. Those are my brothers. I treat them as such, and it just means obviously the world to me when that can be reciprocated to me. And that's why I won't go in the locker room and ice it up, and I need to be out here watching. I need to see that. Attaboy 8. I need to be out here for my boys. I need to feed off that energy. That's what's going to heal my knee up better than anything.
That's leadership right there. You Hawkeyes stick together, huh?
You know it. That's from the program, Kirk Ferentz on down. That's how he runs his program, and that's how we carry it into the programs that we go to.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Great job, Cole. There's his teammate Jack Heflin, former Hawkeye. And you see the brace on the knee. No helmet for Kerner. He will not play again today. We'll wait and see post-game what his long-term prognosis is. 3rd and 7 for Houston. 3-man rush. A bullet incomplete. Trying to fit it into Bandy. Did they go zone that time?
That time it was actually man with a +1. So they went cover 2 man. There were 2 safeties really deep. And then underneath, they were playing man across the board. And when you have cover 2 man, he referenced the leverage. You play it inside leverage. That's why the outbreakers are your friend. That time they got fooled, and they had a guy for the quarterback run as well. It was just a good, solid execution there from Jim Herman's defense.
Terrell Bonds back to receive. San Antonio needs something good to happen. We're late in the 3rd quarter. Here's Bonds from the 15. Fumbled it, and Houston had an inside path on it. Now they got to untangle everybody. Turned into a game of hungry hippo underneath there. Who came away with it?
We got it.
Wow.
And Davis is able to recover it for San Antonio.
I don't know how he got that. As you can see, the ball's muffed initially. It looked like, oh, it's still bouncing around underneath there. I mean, Ben Davis is nowhere near the pile, and there he is, gets on top and then pulls it away immediately. Fortunate break there for the Brahmas.
Ryan Corey, the long snapper, had it right there to take. Well, Ben Davis played for Nick Saban at Alabama. And no matter your ranking coming in, he always pushes to his guys who want to make it to the next level. You better be able to excel on special teams.
Absolutely. And right there, I mean, a little lucky, sure, that the ball bounced your way. But, man, as soon as he had a hold of it, that ball was going nowhere.
They'll run it with Jaquez Patrick, who picks up 3 on 1st down. Oh, this San Antonio offensive line has been rebuilt throughout the season. They have really struggled. How can Jack Cohn and play caller Jimmy Johnson help them?
I think it's that quick distribution, Tom. Something Heim was Ward emphasized to us in meetings this week. Just get the ball out.
Gets it out, and that's good for a 1st down to Akers. Pickup of 9.
And that's a good play on the RPO. I agree with Cole. I mean, get the ball out quickly, but receivers got to make the play, too. I mean, there have been a couple drops today that are borderline inexcusable.
Stable. Stable.
This will be another run-pass option, where if they like the numbers to the right-hand side, you can run the football to the right.
That's Patrick with the run and Bryce with the stop.
Obviously feels like a lot, but it's worth reminding everyone this is a 1-possession game. All you have to do is just put one drive together. If you're San Antonio, convert on the 3-point conversion. It's tie ball game early in the 4th quarter.
Over the middle to Alize Mack. He's got a 1st down. Pickup of 14 that time. And an injured player for Houston as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter. There's life for San Antonio. Down 9, which in this league is a 1-possession game. 15-6. Jack Cohn has thrown for 150 yards, but 2 picks. A hard-hitting game here in the Alamo Dome. And we head to the 4th quarter in a 1-possession contest. XFL returns after this message and a word from our ABC stations. The Roughnecks defense started this game with a huge goal line stop, and they've just continued to put pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, and they came into this game this week leading the XFL in sacks with 23. They continue to apply pressure, and they lead the XFL in interceptions. They have been very opportunistic. Wade Phillips, of course, has made a living for 40-plus years figuring out ways to attack the quarterback and make life difficult. on him, and they've done that today. You see the 4 sacks already, but there are countless quarterback hits that Jack Cohn has taken as the Roughnecks pressure continues.
We start the 4th quarter. Houston leading by 9. Cohn thought about going deep, instead checks it down to Jaquez Patrick. How about the coverage down on the back end? Every time they want to go deep, it seems like either they don't have time or Houston's got it covered well.
No, it's really impressive. They've been very disciplined at the 2nd and 3rd level. Those safeties, while it is an aggressive group in the front 7, meaning linebacker and defensive line, the safeties have been very disciplined. They haven't let anyone get behind them all game long.
2nd and 7. Patrick got tripped up. Drew Lewis out of Colorado with a tackle.
Let's go nickel, nickel, nickel. Let's go 7 fac. 269 dragging card.
Oh boy.
269 on base.
Need 3 yards, guys.
There you go. Here's the same play.
269 dragging card.
They've run this a few times. It should be a really good play. Slant in the flat right here. Take the slant. Should be a lock.
And Cohn can't get rid of it. Another Houston sack. It's a huge pressure play to get to him before even a slant can come open.
And it was well covered, too. The slant took a half second to materialize, but just a really good job up front. You see the pressure off the right-hand side, not on the same page. Right tackle and Jaquez Patrick not accounting for who is going to where. And it results in a quick sack and a big miscommunication there by San Antonio's offense.
Chauncey Rivers, 5 games in the NFL, and here in the X, a huge sack. There's a flag down.
Scrimmage before the ball was kicked. Number 20 kicking team.
End of the kick is the 13-yard line, so they can have it at the 18-yard line or
Out of bounds inside the 35. The ball comes back to the 35, so that's where we're going to go from.
You left early.
Number 20 kicking team.
Illegal motion. Number 20 on the kicking team. Downfield illegally. This 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play, which is
XFL
a touchback.
rules
The first down for Houston
returns
at the 40.
instead of kicks out of bounds, and so they'll bring this thing all the way out to the 35-yard line. Our Sunday night baseball matchup tonight is the final of a 4-game series between the Padres and the Braves in Cobb County. Ravi, Eduardo Perez, David Cohen, and Buster Olney with a call on ESPN. Also available on ESPN Deportes and ESPN Radio. Our coverage begins at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown. Padres have won 2 of 3 in the series after the Braves walk-off on night 1. Silvers swings it out. And Max Borghi stays in bounds and found some room and takes it all the way down inside the 40 on a tough 21-yard run.
I mean, this San Antonio defense has held up extremely strong in the second half. Obviously gave up the touchdown, but that was on a short field as you see Borghi catching the swing and getting upfield. A little slow to get up to after he kind of lands on the ball. And you have to wonder, is the dam about to break for the Brahmas defensively?
He had 365 pounds laying on top of him on that tackle as well. Pickup of 2.
Penalty flag down.
Pass to the face, offense number 6.
Say that again?
There was not a pass. There was not a pass.
There was a running play.
It was a run. It was a run.
Pass to the face, offense number 6.
Hands to the face offense. Offense number 6.
Hands to the face.
That's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Karina, was it dead? Was it after the play? Huh? Was it dead? Yeah, it was a dead ball foul.
Okay, so we're going to tack this on. Hey, are you calling it hands to the face or unnecessary roughness?
Slow down here. We're looking here. If you've got hands to the face and it's a dead ball foul, just pick it up.
Okay. So we're going to pick this up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
How?
Pick up the flag. Let's go.
You mentioned that Dean being the extra eyes on penalties. He's also
there is no foul.
An administrator can move this thing along.
Absolutely, and they feel like they're deliberating. They want to get it right. The officials want to do right, but if it's an inconsequential penalty and they can't get a good look at it, Dean just says, pick it up. And right there, there were a little bit of confusion as to whether or not it was during the play or after the play. Ultimately, they decided no foul should be called.
So 2nd and 8 for Brandon Silvers. Again to Borghi. And Borghi can't make it back to the line of scrimmage, loses a couple. The San Antonio defense is putting up in professional football comps historical numbers. They allow only about 16 points a game, yet they have a losing record. The only team to lead the league in NFL history in scoring defense and not win more than they lose, the Browns in 1956. How do you solve that problem? You draft Jim Brown.
That is quite the conundrum, though, and teams know they can be a little bit more conservative against San Antonio and still ultimately win, because San Antonio's self-inflicted mistakes have been such a huge issue for them all season long.
Wade Phillips wants to challenge something.
Face mask number 8 on the running back number 22.
Okay, you're challenging
Dean Bendino breaking it down already.
Okay.
Frank, he's challenging that there was a face mask on the tackle.
On the tackle, yeah.
On the tackle.
Correct.
Okay, we're looking at it. Get a good shot here. Handheld shot. I got a right hand. I see a right hand. Looks like it's on the jersey.
There was face mask.
I
didn't have him
on the run. Right there. Let me see if we got an end zone. Go to the end zone shot.
Test.
I see hand on the mask. Yeah, let me see this. Go ahead.
We got it upstairs, though.
Right there. This is the guy.
Test it.
Run it back.
Test it.
Go slow. Kind of turns it, but it's tough to see if there's a grab in there.
He has to determine, obviously, if there's a grab. It's a close call here.
It's almost like he swipes it. All right, Frank, after review, ruling on the field stands. There's just, I can't tell if he actually grabs the mask or if he just kind of swipes with the open hand.
Dean is going with stands because he can't see if he grabbed the mask or if he just swiped it with his open hand. He doesn't see a grab. He sees him go across with his hand.
All right, so the challenge will be unsuccessful. I want to ask Dean about it. Dean, we see as viewers and fans, we think we see a face mask. What's the difference between a swipe and a grab, and how do you make that determination?
What we're looking for is something clear. Does he actually grab the mask, or is he reaching and just swipe across? And that's why the head turned. I never saw a shot that showed clear grab of the mask. There were actually two attempts, one on the shoulder pad, one across the side of the helmet. I never could get a shot that showed him actually grab the mask.
How much does it have to do with having clear, indisputable video evidence to support the call, Dean? How much of that has to do with it?
If we're going to add the foul, we want to see it. We want our officials to see it live on the field, and we want to see it in replay.
I appreciate the insight and transparency. On 3rd and 11, it goes incomplete out of the hand of Brandon Silvers. And that San Antonio defense comes up with another big stop.
As you can see, just a massive turn of events right there, as it looked like things were going in the direction of Houston. Running game was starting to get going a little bit. You thought maybe he grabbed that face mask, but I actually agree with Dean. There was nothing that I could tell without a shadow of a doubt to tell you for sure that the face mask was grabbed. It certainly looked like it might have been, but I can't confirm it with video evidence.
Pretty good punt here by XFL rules, a 28-yarder, and it'll be a long field for Jack Cohn and San Antonio. Not as long as that field, but certainly long, especially down by 9. Don't get spooked.
Let's take a shot right here, Jimmy.
Whitey! My son!
We can't protect him. Hey, we got to hold up on the front. When we go play action, y'all got to hold up a little longer in the middle, all right? And then on the end, all right?
Hey, my son.
We can't block the soul.
Defense that leads the league in sacks. Game flow.
And they have had a bunch of injuries up front, dating all the way back to training camp, so they are doing their very best, but ball has to come out of the quarterback's hand. Jack Cohn has to understand that, and the receivers have to understand that as well.
On 1st and 10, Jacques Patrick rumbles for a first down and shuffles his feet for a few more. It's a 19-yard run.
Patrick a little banged up as he's going to the sideline. But a great job here, just a little kick out. See that left guard pulling across, Mike Brown kicking out the end man on the line of scrimmage. And there's a nice hole that develops inside.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time with Hilleman. And he's able to find 2. The analytics folks will tell you that having a successful run game has no impact on the play action. But play action seems to be a key for San Antonio because that's the only time they even have chances to get guys open.
Well, I mean, their drop back passing game is still good. I mean, I really like their drop back. They've just had a couple drops, a couple inaccurate passes, and some really nice defensive plays that resulted in 10 passes.
And a bunch of drops. Fred Brown squeezes this one and turns it into a 2-yard gain.
Where did you hear that, Tom? That sounds like something PFF would say.
I have airplane Wi-Fi. 3rd and 6 now.
Can we go on Dallas? All right, going on Dallas.
Oh boy, you hear? I was going to say, let's not do that. Dallas means you're going on 2. And he asked his offensive line, hey, can we go on 2? Can we go on 2? He didn't seem real confident.
Play clock at 1. Here comes pressure. Cohn got rocked again. Yeah, there's a smile. You would too if you're Jordan Mosley and he came in basically untouched.
And a good job here. You're going to see pressure off the left-hand side. It's called a green dog. When the linebacker on the left side blitzes, the guy that's covering the person that is blocking him also can blitz. So he wraps right around, times it perfectly, and results in a big hit before the ball can be released.
Long punt from Wing. And a return out to the 19-yard line. Let's listen in with San Antonio head coach Hines Ward.
How are we getting sacked on quick game? Punt. That's so crazy. We're getting sacked on quick game.
Now they have gone to the well on that play probably too many times. They run slant. First time it was wide open. The second time it was wide open. The third and fourth time that they've run that exact same play on a similar down and distance, it's been covered up, and the pressure has arrived before he can get rid of the football. So they need to have some type of adjustment off that where they show the slant and then he turns it into a double move, fake the slant, and then he goes right behind the defender. But they got to promise that they can hold up for protection before you can call someone like that. Handoff inside left.
Delonte Scott was ready for it. Did you see him hop before they even got the play call out? How did Delonte Scott know it was coming?
Well, you hear him right here. Watch him react. As soon as he checks it to Bucks. Hey, it's running inside, He gets there immediately, and they couldn't get the negotiation between the offensive line and the quarterback done fast enough, but he recognized the play and made a big stop in the backfield.
He almost got the Silvers there. Now, deep ball incomplete. And there's a flag back at the 25-yard line.
Number 6. We got off pass Pierce for 6, coach. That's what he's calling.
You're going to see
right there.
Travell Harris tries to create a pick for one of his other wide receivers.
What number?
And you're going to see him watch. It's a good call by the officials. They'll decline it because they're already behind the sticks.
Hey, Dale, play that again.
We'll set up
offensive pass interference number 6, penalties decline. 3rd down, guys.
Good call.
Number 6.
Based on how things are done. Watch right here. He kind of tries to get up and get in the way of the defender, and they were able to call it. That was a good job there, identifying that. Now they'll set up a critical 3rd down for San Antonio's defense.
Silvers wings it to the outside, and we got another flag down. Bandy had the catch for a pickup of 9.
Holding defense number 21. Holding defense number 21. They're going to take it because of the auto first.
And Sean Williams.
Let's see.
Where's Hines Ward can't believe it. Nearly to the midway point of the 4th quarter, had a chance to come away with a big stop and get the ball back.
Yeah, that's a killer right there. Especially when you're off the field, 4th and 4.
Let's go.
Now you have to bounce back as a defender, a defensive back in particular, very short memory. Grab a guy's jersey, results in an automatic 1st down. Coverage team still has to be good, obviously, to get off the field to give your offense a chance.
Shifty move at the outset to pick up 3 for Dejon Lee. Pardon me, Bryson Haleen. A.J. Smith, the OC.
Give me trips right, red 14. Trips right, red 14.
Here we go. Trips right, red 14. On, ready?
This should be, could have a chance to throw this one down the field.
Incomplete, and no flag. Trying to find Salter. Then quickly another 3rd down.
Give me blue check, Spurrier, Z-switch corner. Blue check, Spurrier,
Blue check, on, ready?
You hear the switch corner, that's right here, up top.
Wearing a mask?
It's not in the stands. He can probably run that route beautifully.
Silvers hit from behind! Delonte Scott putting his imprint on this game. It's a loss of 9. And the Brahmas are going to have fantastic field position in a one-score game after this.
And a great job around the left-hand side. You see him set up the left tackle inside, just continues to work, run the loop, and he drops Silvers there in the backfield, who's trying to step up, trying to buy a little time, but he doesn't have long enough as Delonte drops him for a huge stop.
Landon Akers turns upfield. We got a flag on the play. And this will be a hold back at the 42-yard line, a 51-yard punt. 18 on the return.
Flag's on the ground.
All this official communication sometimes sounds like air traffic control as they get it settled out.
Outside grab.
Accepted. 45.
Dean, we need a spot.
45
need a spot.
is your spot. Minus 45 is your spot.
During the return, holding, return team, number 1.
Huh? But I'm saying, like, if you making
So the Brahmas will have it move back just a little bit. But with 5:44 to play in regulation, they have a chance to make this thing interesting. The XFL returns after this message. And a world doing all he can do to find some access with Delonte Scott.
All right, Delonte, 2 big plays for you on that last series. First, take us through that first down when you knew it was going to be a run play. What signaled that was going to be a run? You were able to jump and make the stop in the backfield.
Just the stance of the O-lineman. You know, the tackle, he'll be more up on the line, more square feet, and obviously it's going to be a down block or it's going to be a base block. So it's just I just read him, and then I just go to my next read key, and whoever got the ball, and that's what my next assignment is, and just got to go back there and make a play.
How'd you get to the backfield on the stack to get the ball back?
That whole series, well, honestly, I mean, a couple series, I've been working this tackle, getting my rushes, just staying faithful to my rush, man, not giving up, just keep working my moves, taking whatever he give me. That rep, he gave me the outside, so I went ahead and attacked his outside, spiked his hand down, come around, get the quarterback, trying to get the ball at all costs, wait for the quarterback. That didn't happen, but I got the sack, so it got us off the field. Our offense out there, we're finna go get this touchdown. We're gonna win this game, and that's what we came here to do. So,
thanks, Delonte.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's great hustle by Cole Kublik and showing his best side.
No limp, though. Impressive. I'm glad he's okay after bending over backwards, quite literally, to get that interview.
The size was better than the other.
Oh, there is. 2nd and 12 after a loss of 2. Jack Cohn delivers to Hilleman, and he gets hit immediately by Caleb Price. No gain. Chris Button, how about that Houston defense?
Yeah, they're glad that last drive was sustained a little bit from that San Antonio penalty, allowed them a little breather. They were gassed coming off the last time. And by the way, our guy, Trevon Mason, who had the interception, not going to play in the rest of this game. I asked him what was the matter. He said, I told you my hip hurt. Selling it.
You got to get back out there, get another pick. He didn't have a single interception his entire career at Arizona. They had one to set up a touchdown here today. Hilleman couldn't squeeze it. And that leaves 4th and 11. Mason out of the pads and everything.
Hopefully he'll be all right for the stretch run if this thing holds.
We gotta mess up that bite read.
Houston's obviously
the bite read
going to be punching their ticket to the postseason.
So San Antonio forced to punt it away. Travell Harris from the 20. The 9-part docuseries Player 54 gives you an all-access look at XFL players and coaches. Episode 6 premieres Thursday, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on ESPN2. All episodes available on ESPN+. Cole McDonald, a big part of it, talking with Danny Garcia and Dwayne Johnson during his tryout.
Thank you. He'll be the
Roughnecks can clinch a berth in the South Division Championship with the win here, and McDonald in a quarterback.
He'll obviously be the man here. 4-minute situation. Obviously going to lean more towards the run. This would be a spot that would feature his skill set nicely.
He takes a hit from Scott after he handed it off, and it's a pickup of a couple. Is it tough for A.J. Smith to call runs?
If you do too much of it, you'll get kicked out of the air raid family. So,
and make sure we get this down. Give me Chicago.
All right. Tell them play clock too. Party. Tell AJ to tell them play clock. Yeah, roll that.
Let it keep going down. Let it keep going down. Miller time, Miller time, Miller time.
I'm telling you to tell him in the helmet.
Technology of this football game of operator.
And you hear him say Rolex too. Sometimes when you say clock, you don't want to say clock. That's
too dangerous.
I don't want to say it's like a curse word, but clock means you go up and spike the ball. So you have to come up with a different word. So he said Rolex. You heard on the side. Want to know why? Because you're thinking about time.
Okay, we're going to be real simple here.
You're going to play in 4-minute offense. Rolex means that after you win this game, you're going to be celebrated and you can afford a Rolex. So just connecting the dots there is my assumption. Can you get on board? Perhaps.
You're more of a Rolex guy, I'm more of a Timex guy.
Fair enough.
But
I mean, if it's
would work.
Timex, it doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care if it's Apple Watch. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just anything that would lead you to think about the clock without actually saying the word clock.
That's right. Unless you try to go with tag.
That would be difficult.
That could add some confusion to it.
You tag some receivers from time to time, so that wouldn't be a word that I would be real inclined on using.
H3. Here we go. Man to man.
Brandon Silver's back in.
I was like, here we go. Blue, F win on one, right?
So here's your F right here. Looks like they're just going to give him an option route. Sounds like they're willing to throw it in this spot. Against man, they got a chance.
That's Cedric Bird. Silver's looking the other way, and he's intercepted! San Antonio back in this game with the pick by Cameron Kelly. Everything was cool and comfortable, and now it's gone sideways for Houston. Give it to him. And look at that guy in a sombrero. Second pick of the season for Kelly.
Such a critical error here. You're late throwing it to the sideline. You're looking inside it initially, and then you try to get rid of it late. But immediately the defender's going to be able to drive on it. And San Antonio looked like clock was about to strike midnight, but now they have new life because of the mistake.
Offensive line holds. Cone delivers. Caught for a first down. Landon Akers with a gain of 15. Cole Kublik.
Cam, take us through what you saw on that play allowed you to get the interception.
We was in man. I just was trying to guard my man, turned around. God just threw the ball right to me, basically. That's what it felt like.
You make it sound way too easy.
Man, it ain't that hard. You just got to work.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
2 picks on the season. They both come against the Roughnecks. Patrick straight ahead. Gain of 3.
Of course, a reminder for everyone at home who's looking at the scoreboard saying, why are they not going no huddle? Why are they not going as fast as humanly possible? Remember, 9 points in the XFL with the 3-point conversion is a 1-possession game. So now with this part of the field, you can be mindful not just about scoring and getting the 3, but also with how much time you give back to the other team.
It'll be a 2nd and 7 with return after the 2-minute warning. First, it's the pick by Cameron Kelly, product out of San Diego State. Maybe the better catch. The sombrero out of the stands. They're getting ready for a San Antonio-style party if they can cash this in. 10-week regular season. We are in week 8, and San Antonio needs a win to keep its postseason hopes alive. Top 2 from each division make it to the division title game.
Vegas. We go.
Out of the 2-minute warning, a 2nd and 7 for San Antonio. Jack Cone gets sacked again. It's Trent Harris who got him. 2 timeouts remaining for San Antonio. That is sack number 6 for Houston.
And a great job here with the TE, the tackle inside. He's the one that sets the pick on the left tackle so that the defensive end, the E in the TE, can swing around and make the play on the quarterback for the sack. Excellent game up front by Houston.
9-point deficit is a 1-possession game. Patrick on the screen. Takes it down to the 20. Gain of 7, 4th down coming up. Clock still rolling. And now they'll use a timeout.
You feel better about
For all intents and purposes here, season on the line for the Brahmas. Got to expect with how they've played up to this point, you got to be thinking pressure.
I saw the whole thing.
Got to be anticipating pressure here. I would call a 7-man protection. Obviously 5 offensive linemen, but 2 backs or a tight end in the back to block them up, anticipating heat.
Mac, X-fade angle on Dallas, ready.
So here we go, 4th and 10 for San Antonio.
All right, your X is to the top. They're probably going to have a one-on-one. It looks like a pressure look right now. There's your X. Well, they look at him on the fade route over the top.
4-man rush. Cone going that direction to the end zone, and a flag down. Ajene Harris had the coverage on TJ Vasher.
Yeah, I thought probably starts at about.
They may spot this one all the way down at the 2.
Pass interference. Or 3 of the defense. Penalty is a first down spot of the foul.
Vasher a little banged up at the end of that route. He'll come out of the game.
It was a great look. They had the matchup they wanted, one-on-one. It was a well-thrown ball. And I think if not for Ajene Harris grabbing at his jersey, it might have resulted in a touchdown.
Here's Patrick. He is in! Touchdown San Antonio from 2 yards out. And now the Brahmas will have a chance to tie it with a conversion for 3 points. Hines Ward and the Brahmas have not even gone for a 3-point conversion all season. He was asking for a fade. Remember, TJ Vasher came out of the game a moment ago.
He came to the sideline. Tom shook his head, said he's good to go, and Hines had a little talk with him before he sitting back in.
Cone wants the play call again. This to tie the game. We saw our first overtime game last of the league in St. Louis. Be on tap for another. Play clock already at 4. Here comes pressure. Cone hit, throws in zone and intercepted. Tolentino with the coverage on the back end. And with 1:07 to play, San Antonio only has 1 timeout left.
Good news is for San Antonio, 2 options now. Obviously, great touchdown here by Patrick, mowing through the line of scrimmage for the touchdown. And then the failed 2-point conversion attempt as they overheated one side and double covered the slot. But now you get the option, 4th and 15, or an onside kick. And based on the conversation right now being had with his quarterback coach, you have to think that it's going to be the offense that takes the field for the San Antonio Brahmas.
4th and 15 conversions are 2 for 8 in the XFL this season. This will be San Antonio's first attempt at it.
Hey, just hold up, baby. Hey, I'm throwing it up, right? Trips right, 64, Alabama switch sneak on Vegas, ready.
So instead of an onside kick, a chance to keep possession with a 4th and 15.
All right, Alabama, that means all go. They get verticals all the way.
We go.
Got to throw the ball in a tight window.
Pressure coming from the edge. Cone lets it go deep down the sideline. He stopped on his route, but there was a flag down. TJ Vasher is the intended receiver. Wade Phillips thought the receiver pushed off.
You get the ball in there for pass interference.
Hang on.
Contact.
Illegal contact, defense number 3.
Second flag on Harris in the last couple possessions.
Number 3 of the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty with an automatic first down.
You can see trying to run by him, and that's a good call. As you can see, J.D. Harris trying to catch right there at the 15-yard mark. Does not allow Vasher the freedom to continue on his route.
The difference of 5-yard or 15-yard penalty, they still got a long ways to go back at the 30-yard line, but the automatic first down, 101 to play and 1 timeout.
So it's going to be on blue go after this.
And you can hear right there Jack Cohn preparing his offense for the 2-minute operation after this first snap. Then you're in 2-minute operation, so everything's going to be blue go. That's the cadence that he'll use at the line of scrimmage.
We go.
Roughnecks have 6 sacks in this game. Here's Alize Mack, and he's out of bounds short of the marker on a pickup of 9.
Remember, Romo, the kicker for San Antonio, he's already attempted 1 from 59, so about 20 more yards to get to where you start thinking about field goal range.
2 makes for Romo today. Second and 1 run with Jaquez Patrick. And he takes a pass midfield. 14-yard carry. They'll spot the ball, and Cohn's going to clock it. An offense that couldn't protect the quarterback or move the ball through 99% of this game has finally found its rhythm.
No. What?
Play clock at 20.
Hey, we go. We good. It's in the middle. Let's go double left. Let's go double left. All right. Let's go same bad Oscar.
Bad Oscar. Here we go.
Another handoff to the left-hand side. They better hustle.
Omaha, we go.
Ball came in a little bit late. Patrick gets whipped around after gain of 1. San Antonio has that timeout, and they'll use it here.
Now, I love that 2-play sequence there. You clock it on first down when you still had some time to call a play. If you're going to run bad Oscar, you can just get up and run it without having to have a ton of communication. Instead, you burn first down by clocking it. And now you're
more like 10.
Out of timeouts, when in a perfect world, you still have quite a bit of ways to go before you feel real good about your field goal kicker's attempt.
Playoff implications in this one and the next one. The XFL Week 8 season will wrap up tonight on ESPN2. Seattle and DC match up for the second time this season. That's on ESPN2. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern and also available on ESPN+. Romo did attempt a 59-yarder that was eventually negated because of the penalty, but he missed it short and wide right.
We go, Vegas. We go.
Cohn going to try to scramble, and he gets forward. The ball came out. They say he was down before it came out, but it's a first down run.
Now this would be a spot where you would clock it. Your quarterback just ran. He's out of gas. Now you clock it because you're already comfortably within field goal range.
We go.
Cole, you had a chance to chat with John Parker Romo. What did he say about kicking in here in his range?
Well, before that previous play, I asked him, what yard line do you need to get to? And he turned and looked back out on the field and he said, we're close.
Well, then this should be good, huh?
I would think so.
You're good to try it. I don't know if you, let's not put the cart before the horse here.
54-yard attempt from here.
Tom, you've said 59 a couple of times. He did follow up and he said, just give me inside 60. I think we're good.
Okay.
Get out, JP.
Adrenaline might be a little greater at the end of the game. Can't afford to take a sack, obviously. 31 seconds left in regulation. Blitz coming. Batted down, and Cohn bats it down a second time. Yeah, that was close. Savante Becker with the tip.
They bring the pressure, try and knock him out of field goal range. And a good job by Cohn.
Smart play, huh?
Man.
That's right, but you have to alert your field goal unit of a possible Hurricane field goal situation. So 25 seconds left. If he's tackled inbound short of the line to gain, your field goal unit has to run onto the field immediately to attempt a field goal as the clock expires.
Pressure from the edge. There's Alize Mack, who's up.
Now you got to go. Hurricane, Hurricane, Hurricane. You see the towels in the air. Hurricane. Saw this at the end of the TCU Iowa State Baylor game. Excuse me. Hurricane field goal operation.
Clock at 8-7. It's from 49 yards with 5 seconds left to force overtime. It is good! 1 second left on the clock, and John Parker Romo delivers for San Antonio. He knew it was good. That was a walk-off as soon as he struck it. Hines Ward knows what's on the line.
You knew it was good when you hit it? Of course. You said, get me inside 60. That was all you needed, right?
Oh, special teams special now for San Antonio.
Pretty special week for John Parker Romo. Told me that he and his wife actually decided on a name for that baby girl that she's going to have here in a month or two. Pretty cool moment.
They just had the gender reveal a couple of weeks ago before the game in Arlington. Hashtag girl dad. 1 second left in regulation. And then we could have our second overtime game of the weekend. Unless Houston's got a river miracle here. And that is a full head of steam. And a move to the outside, but nothing doing for Dejon Lee. Now this sets up one of the great overtime setups that we've seen. Let's bring in Dean Blandino to walk us through it. Fans just saw it in St. Louis, but Dean, for folks who haven't seen it, walk us through the rules.
So the rules, we're going to have alternating tries from the 5-yard line. San Antonio, the home team, will have the option to play offense or defense first, and then we'll just have a try from the 5. If they make it, they get 2 points. If they don't, they get nothing. We'll go 3. If we have a winner after 3, game over. If not, we'll keep alternating until we get a winner. 2 overtime games in back-to-back days.
How about that? It's kind of like penalty kicks. Right, McElroy?
That's it. That's it. As you could see yesterday in the game involving the Battle Hawks, they converted their first 2 attempts. There was a penalty on the opposing team, and next thing you know, they're off and running.
Cole Kubelik.
Coach Ward, just kind of take you through your mentality now. Everything that's happened over the course of this game. Now you go to overtime. Where's your mind?
I want to go win it, man. Listen, we got 3 tries. Defense is up. Alamo Dome will get rocking. We'll see if we can hold them to 0.
Thank you, Coach.
If I were Hines Ward, I would somehow figure out a way to delay this as long as humanly possible to let all these fans here in the Alamo Dome to run to that end of the field as quickly as possible.
Yeah, the players, G-Mac, on the sideline are trying to direct them all down that way.
Yeah, hey, come down here. We need some crowd support. I like the effort.
Chris, what's going on the Houston sideline?
Completely shell-shocked is about how you can describe it right now. They're frustrated with the penalties, the lack of calls that they say. We're seeing people pushed around on the sidelines that they thought should be called. Frustrated and shell-shocked.
Alternating tries from the 5. Round 1 of 3, and they bring pressure on Silvers, and it falls incomplete. Drew Beasley put him down. He wanted a shot to the face. And that'll be San Antonio's turn to try to go up 1-0.
Something that Houston's defense did to San Antonio actually a little earlier in the game. All-out pressure. You see Beasley on the right-hand side. Nothing too high. It's a good clean hit there coming off the edge.
So 1X for Houston, and San Antonio can take the lead.
7, Z, go, max fade on Vegas, ready.
Loudest but loneliest in the building. We'll try to get a one-on-one up top. Yet again, if they can get the X fade, they're going to take it to Vasher.
Omaha, we go.
There he is, back in the end zone. Couldn't squeeze it. Riley Tejada with the coverage for Houston. Both teams fell on the first try.
Do we have it over here?
It was a well-thrown ball. It looked like Vasher was going to be able to reel it in. Almost did, but a great job playing all the way through it. And ultimately forcing the ball incomplete. But it was a heck of an effort there by Vasher.
Second overtime in as many days in the XFL. Cole McDonald now in a quarterback for Houston. One play from the 5. Pressure, McDonald drilled, and it's incomplete. There is a flag. Tenny Adewuse put a hit on McDonald.
This guy, 20. So San Antonio 20.
Pass interference for 20 to defense. Foul occurred in the end zone. The ball be placed at the 1 yard line.
And so they get another crack at it.
You see just a little collision, all-out pressure yet again, trying to work a quick slant to the left-hand side. Severin, you can see the contact that leads to the pass interference.
How about Jimmy Herman dialing up the pressure here?
Yeah, back-to-back plays. One would assume pressure's coming again right here.
McDonald in a quarterback again. They got it all loaded up. McDonald with the sneak. No signal. And they say they stopped him. Dean Blandino trying to sort through all the bodies on the goal line back in the command center.
Sure here. My far handheld is not on the line.
And the call on the field is so important too, because it's so difficult to overturn.
I'm going to go to car.
When it's that chaotic along the line of scrimmage, it's hard to see exactly where the ball is. So the call on the field is massive because you obviously have to have indisputable video evidence beyond all doubt to overturn. It's so hard to get that when you have that many bodies around the football.
Frank, after review, the ruling on the field stands.
Nowhere to go with it.
After reviewing the play, the ruling of the field stands. The try was unsuccessful.
If we're even after this first round of 3 tries apiece, we move on and tee it up again. San Antonio with a chance.
Get another fade to Vasher up top. Now stepped outside leverage.
Omaha, we go.
They wanted a false start, didn't get the call, and it's floated and intercepted, so a failure on that try. Trent Harris with the hit on Jack Cohn.
You can see, tried to get a little bit of help right there with having that many bodies on the left side to slow Trent Harris, the pass rusher, down. He still gets home and forces the ball incomplete.
If nobody scores in this first round, then it goes to alternating possessions and sudden death. Essentially where we are here. Nobody scored through the first 2 rounds. Or 2 tries, I should say. It's still McDonald at quarterback. Safety blitz coming to the slant. He's in! Deontay Burnett. And now San Antonio will have to answer to keep the game alive.
And you can see they go with a little bit of a switch rotation, all-out pressure yet again from Jim Herman and the San Antonio Brahmas. They beat it with a quick slant inside against off coverage. And San Antonio's season, for all intents and purposes, will come down to this.
One play for San Antonio to stay alive.
Yeah, Vegas. We got him.
Cone to the end zone. It is incomplete, and Houston wins it in overtime. Deontay Burnett, the deciding score, and Wade Phillips' squad has clinched a playoff berth. What a thrilling finish, our second XFL overtime game of the weekend. And the Roughnecks will be playing in the postseason. Week 8 continues tonight with DC and Seattle. Our final score: Houston comes on the road. Wade Phillips' team sweeps Hines Ward. It's a 17-15 overtime win. ABC World News tonight, or your local news, coming up next to most of these ABC stations, except on the West Coast. This has been a presentation of XFL on ABC. For Greg McElroy, Cole Kublik, Chris Budden, Tom Hart, have a great Easter weekend, everybody.